heard somebody say that everybody will meet a serial killer at least one time in their life.
Well, if that's true and there's a statistic for that, then I'm part of that statistic. Here's a story about the time that I became friends with a murderer. Story time. I graduated high school in 2007 and I did, of course, what every teenager wanted to do. I wanted to be a filmmaker. So I started waiting tables and started writing my first film, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna rent a camera. I'm gonna go make this flick. I'm gonna hire real actors, people that can act. None of them knew how to act, by the way. But I did my thing, man. I went out and started looking for people to shoot this film. Mind you, I'm 18 years old, okay? Remember that. So during the time where I'm looking for actors, I already had 2 hired. I needed 1 more for a specific spot. So one day I walk into a Wawa. When you walk into a Wawa and you walk into the back section where the bathroom is, there's a bulletin board with all kinds of fucking information. People's information for their businesses, business cards, all kinds of shit. So of course I walk by that board and I see a particular card. It was a business card and it had a gothic dude on it. It looked like a dude that was straight gothic. It says Michael Draven, filmmaker, photographer, screenwriter, actor. I was like, here? Oh, I gotta call him. So I give Michael Draven a call. And of course he picks up the phone. Obviously, I cannot do his voice, but I will explain to you how he sounded. If you take The Crow and Marlon Brando and let them have a baby, that's the kind of voice that came through my phone. I ask him if he's Michael Draven. He says yes. He starts telling me about all his credentials. I'm like telling him, hey man, I'm trying to shoot a movie here. I'm looking for an actor. I'm an actor. Cool. When do you want to meet? Of course, we're not going to meet at his house. Let's meet at a Starbucks. We meet at a Starbucks. I bring the other actor that was part of the movie, so him and I go and wait for Michael Draven to show up. And here comes Mike. Full-on gothic outfit, dude. I mean, I was like, is this Eric Draven in, like, real life? And then I realized his name was Michael Draven, and I was hoping there wasn't any correlation with Eric Draven, and there was. Of course there was! Because Michael Draven was the most eccentric motherfucker that I've ever met in my life, and I've met some eccentric motherfuckers, trust me. This dude tops them all. Anyway, we get to Starbucks, we meet each other, he brings all this paperwork, all these emails that he has, connections to Hollywood, and of course, 18-year-old Ghost is like, oh shit, that's a fucking gold mine, bro, who are you? We go over all the shit that he has, and I ask him, hey man, let's go out there, give me a little bit, just I want to see how your performance is. It doesn't have to be anything crazy, just do something quick on top of your head and let me see what you got. And he did, and it was all right. It was fine. He did exactly what I needed him to do. So I hire Michael Draven, and we start shooting this movie. The next day, he tells me, you know what, man, fuck Starbucks, come meet me at my house. I go to his house, and it's this big house. I mean, he got a 500 series Beamer in the fucking driveway. I walk in and it's vaulted ceilings and shit, and I'm like, Mike, what the hell do you do? Is this guy an actor? He takes me through the house. He shows me the kitchen, the upstairs has like 7 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms, and bro, this person had a fucking tanning room. I walked in and was like, you have a tanning room? God damn. But what popped in my head was like, yo, Mike, if this is your house, why don't we film the movie here? This is perfect. And out of nowhere, from the corner out through the hallway, I guess there was another bathroom of another side of the house. It's a big fucking house. Comes Katarina Voss, his girlfriend. Sidebar, while I'm walking through the house, I'm seeing pictures of children, 2 different children, a boy and a girl, and another guy with the woman, the girlfriend. The other dude is not there. He's nowhere to be found. So this is like day 2 or 3, so we wanted to get to know each other a little bit, you know, set up the house, and of course they agreed. They agreed for us to film here. She was cool with it. I was like, all right, this is fucking dope. Cha-ching, meeting these people. But before we started filming, I got way too curious. We've been there 3 days at this house. I've been there every single day since I met Michael Draven, and I asked him, I was like, guys, I gotta know, you have a whole big china cabinet of all these military credentials and another man in there. And I see an urn and all kinds of stuff. And I'm just curious, who is he? What happens next, I will never forget. I've told my wife this story multiple times, and it gives me chills every single time I tell it. These two stopped after I asked them that, turned to each other, looked at each other, and something like flipped in their eyes. And I noticed it. I noticed it even then. They both turned to me, and she says, "That's my late husband. He was murdered. They're still looking for the murderer. We're still mourning. It's been 6 months. Or 5 months," she says. And I just stand there, and I'm literally in awe. I'm like, I'm so sorry. I literally did not expect this. I thought the man died in combat or something. I did not expect this at all. She turns to me and says, "Don't worry about it. We'll find the guy. Let's do this movie. This is a good distraction for us." And I forgot about it. I never went back to what I just told you. Never went back. So we film the film, get it all wrapped up, finish everything. I go and start editing it. And while I'm editing, and this is, I want to say 3 months later. So I've known these people for 3 months already. And little things started sparking my interest during those 3 months. But while I'm starting to edit the movie, after 3 months of filming, I'm editing the film and I get a knock on my door at my grandparents' house. And downstairs is the U.S. Marshal and the police department looking for me. And I'm like, what the hell did I do? I'm 18 years old. Bro, I've never committed a crime ever. I open the door and they say, "Are you so-and-so?" I'm like, yes, I am. Like, "Yeah, you've been subpoenaed to court for Michael Draven and Katerina Voss for the murder of her husband as a witness." I literally stopped the guy. I'm like, "Oh, stop. Sir, I have no idea what you're talking about. What are you saying?" He turns to me and says, "You have to go to court." Mind you, this guy was dressed in like civilian clothes, and he had like 7 other people with him, dressed in civilian clothes. They addressed them, they did address themselves at who they were. But he's telling me I need to go to court as a witness to a murder. I couldn't believe my ears. I call Mike and ask him what this is all about. He tells me to come over. I come to his house. He says, "Hey, I need you, when you go to court, to lie for me. Lie that Kat and I have never been in a relationship." And I'm standing there like, "Bro, you told me you guys were dating. You told me you're poking. What are you saying to me now?" Like, I didn't even know this person anymore. Fast forward 2 weeks, both Mike and Kat get arrested, and a guy that they hired named David Runyon as their hitman to get rid of Kat's husband, which was a communications manager in the Navy, by the way. Oh, they were screwed. She got $450,000 of the life insurance money and spent it in 6 weeks. So 6 months later, she goes to jail. She got life in prison without the possibility of parole plus 20 years. And Mike got life in prison without the possibility of parole. And the other guy got death penalty, but now he got retracted because Virginia does not have the death penalty anymore. The story is much, much deeper. There's so much more detail, but I only have 10 minutes here. So if you need more, I will let you know. Please comment below. Let me know if you want to hear more, because there's more juicy details to this, let me tell you. Because about a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, I wrote the guy, and now Michael Draven is a white supremacist in prison. How ironic. Oh, and he believes he's innocent, by the way. He thinks he's gonna come out of prison. Bro, the evidence... There's no way, dude. There's no way. Stop it. Well, leave your thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll see you there. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Schminks, you know where. I hope to see you there.